Number 5. Chevrolet S10 EV. The Chevrolet S10 EV was the world's first electric pickup truck, introduced in 1997 and discontinued just a year later. The S10 was way ahead of the time. The S10 EV was the original equipment manufacturer battery electric vehicle variant of the Chevrolet S10 pickup truck. Powered solely by electric batteries, the S10 EV was marketed primarily to utility fleet customers. The electric pickup truck was equipped with lead-acid batteries, but there was also a nickel-metal hydride battery as an option. The lead-acid battery consisted of 27 cells and weighed about 1,400 pounds, producing 16.2 kilowatt-hours for propulsion. The battery was located between the frame rails beneath the pickup bed. The S10 EV used the Magna charger, which was produced by the General Motors subsidiary Delco Electronics. The standard charger was a 240-volt, 30-amp, and the charging port was accessed by flipping the front license plate frame downwards. This was really helpful for situations like when it rained. The 1997 S10 EV with lead-acid battery pack had a city range of 45.5 miles. A mixed city highway range was 47 miles, and a highway range was 60 miles, with a top speed of 70 miles per hour. The electric pickup truck has a range of 45 miles per hour if it is being operated constantly. Electric vehicles were very new back in the 1990s, which is why the commercial market didn't really perceive the S10 EV very well. During its 1 year of production, only 432 units were produced, and from these limited produced units, only 60 were sold to actual customers. The rest were either crushed or scrapped. Because of this reason, it is very rare to see a Chevrolet S10 EV pickup truck today. Number 4. GMC Cyclone. The GMC Cyclone was produced by GMC Motors in 1991. It was introduced as a high-performance version of the GMC Sonoma pickup truck. The GMC Cyclone debuted at the 1989 North American International Auto Show in Detroit as a concept pickup truck, long before being available for sale. Usually, all of GMC's products are built in-house, but the GMC Cyclone was produced by Automotive Services in Troy, Michigan. The production of the GMC Cyclone lasted for only 3 years, from 1991 to 1993, and only 2,975 units were produced in the first year. Although 3 more units of the GMC Cyclone were built in 1992, GMC lacked just 2 units to reach the 3,000-unit milestone. Later, in 1992 and 1993, more than 5,000 units of the GMC Typhoon variants were built. 113 units of these GMC Cyclones were exported to Saudi Arabia, but later on, 31 of those exported units were returned to the GMC facility. These returned units of the Cyclone were sold to GMC employees through a lottery. The GMC Cyclone was equipped with a turbocharged 4.3-liter V6 engine that produced almost 280 horsepower and 350 pound-feet of torque. The engine was placed with lower compression pistons, special intake and exhaust manifolds, a sweet multi-point fuel injection system, a bigger twin-bore throttle body, and the Mitsubishi TD06 17C turbocharger with a Garrett water-to-air intercooler. The GMC Cyclone could complete a quarter-mile drag race in just 13.4 seconds. Number 3. Hummer H3T. The Hummer H3T was a muscular off-road pickup truck introduced in 2009 by General Motors. Although initially it was introduced as a pickup truck variant of the 5-door SUV, Hummer H3, later on the H3T, gained a lot of popularity on its own. The H3 was introduced in 2005, but the H3T, the mid-sized pickup truck model, was made available later in 2009 and 2010. It was introduced at the 2004 Los Angeles Auto Show, but back then, it was just a concept pickup truck. The H3T was built with a 5-foot bed with built-in storage boxes and came in standard H3T, H3T Adventure, H3T Luxury, and H3T Alpha trim packages. A standard H3T was equipped with a 3.5-liter inline 5-cylinder gasoline engine that was paired with a 5-speed manual transmission. The engine could produce up to 239 horsepower and 242 pound-feet of torque. Other standard features include alloy wheels, a leather-wrapped steering wheel, premium cloth seating surfaces, an AM/FM CD player audio system with a 6-speaker setup, keyless entry, air conditioning, aluminum interior trim, and a driver information center in the gauge cluster. In the H3T Alpha variant, there was an option for the buyers to equip their pickup truck with a 5.3-liter Vortef V8 gasoline engine as well. The muscular pickup had 33-inch tires with a straight 5-speed transmission, and a powerful V8 engine was something truck enthusiasts dreamed about back then. In the 2 years of its production, only 5,680 H3Ts were reportedly built. Although there is no data about how many of these H3Ts were standard, it's speculated that 2,448 were H3T Alphas. Number 2. Jeep J10 Honcho. The Jeep J10 Honcho was part of the J Series, which is a series of full-sized pickup trucks. In 1975, Jeep planned to make a pickup truck that was more like a usual car so it could appeal to its target customers. After planning for a year, the company came up with the Jeep J10 Honcho. Although the J10 Honcho was only available on the sports side and short bed trucks, it gained a lot of popularity in a relatively short time. Despite being produced for 10 years, it is known as one of the rarest and most exclusive American pickup trucks among automotive enthusiasts. The truck was built with an AMC 360 cubic inch big block V8 engine that can produce up to 195 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. The engine was paired with a 3-speed automatic transmission. Sitting on a 4-inch suspension lift kit with new front and rear leaf springs, the Honcho is finished in black denim. The truck was available with custom features like muscular flared fenders and shimmering gold on the bedside, fancy decals, bespoke 15-inch off-road wheels, chunky all-terrain tires, and an optional roll bar. The gold striping on the fenders, bedside, and tailgate, and the wide wheels made it a bit more expensive, but with a blue steering wheel, Levi's denim interior, and a chromed front bumper, it was a very popular choice back in the day. Despite being produced for around 10 years from 1974 to 1983, the Stepwise Pickup Edition was only manufactured for 3 years, from 1980 to 1983, and only 1,264 units of the J10 Honcho Stepwise Pickup Edition were ever made. The half-ton, 4-wheel drive pickup truck was sold for almost $50,000 at the Barrett-Jackson's Palm Beach, Florida auction in April 2023. Number 1. Lincoln Blackwood. The Lincoln Blackwood was first introduced in 2002 as a concept truck by the Lincoln division of the Ford Motor Company. Inspired by the Ford F-150 Super Crew and the Lincoln Navigator, the Lincoln Blackwood was the first pickup truck marketed by Lincoln. After receiving positive reactions from the public, the company decided to start the production, but in the first year itself, the sales of the Lincoln Blackwood fell way behind the projections. Within a year of the start of production, the Blackwood was discontinued. The truck was built with a 5.4-liter Intech dual overhead cam V8 engine, producing 300 horsepower and 355 pound-feet of torque. A 4-speed automatic transmission was paired with the engine. Apart from that, the Lincoln Blackwood was equipped with the chassis of the 10th generation F-Series, which used a wheelbase of 138.5 inches. Along with a solid rear axle, the rear suspension was fitted with air springs. The exterior of the Lincoln Blackwood had hints of imitation black African wedgewood with aluminum strake inlays. In the limited time of its production, this pickup truck was only offered with a black painted exterior. The inside of the truck was made with imitation black oak. With 2+ seating configurations, there was a large center console between the 2 rear seats. All the seats were covered in Connolly leather, with heating and cooling for the front seats. Despite an exceptional interior and exterior design, The Lincoln Blackwood was a commercial failure. With the increasing competition in the market, Lincoln ended sales of the Blackwood in the United States in the same year as the launch, and within a few months, the sales ended in Mexico as well. In 2005, Lincoln tried their luck again in the pickup truck market with their Lincoln Mark LT. Although the production ended 3 years later, in 2008, the Mark LT was a lot more successful than the Blackwood. But despite Blackwood's failure, it cannot be denied that the truck was way ahead of its time.